is blind date. So could we have 4 people out? Let's have Izzy, Mike, James, and Callum. If you could come to the stage. Now in fact, one of you needs to step out. Callum, would you like to step outside?
I'd love to.
All right. So in a second, Callum's going to come back in and kind of ask a question, ask 3 questions to each person. So we need a character for each person. So any suggestions for characters? One I'd really like to see is alien. Who would like to be an alien? Alright, James, you can be an alien.
Okay.
Yes. Any other kind of wacky suggestions for characters for these guys?
Drill sergeant.
Alright, who wants to be a drill sergeant?
I'll have a go.
Alright, a drill sergeant, and one more suggestion.
A wolf.
A wolf? Yeah. Alright. Would you mind getting going?
Would you like some chairs to sit down on?
Yeah.
Move some chairs. Now you get a proper blind date. Those ones won't move.
I'll get going.
We'll sit down and stand. So slick, isn't it? So slick enough.
Alright, so Callum, welcome to Blind Date. It's nice to have you on the show. Thanks for coming out. So your first question, please, to each contestant.
Okay, well, I'm a guy who loves to go to the zoo. I love all the animals that are in the cages. And I was just kind of wondering, what kind of animal are you? Contestant number 1, please.
Well, if I was an animal, which I'm not saying I am, I would be very interesting, a little bit hard to define, and I'd probably spend a lot of time probing things.
That sounds interesting. Number 2. Number 3.
Well, if I was an animal, and I'm not saying I am, I'd be a wolf.
Alright. Your second question, please.
I'm the kind of guy that loves to go partying. I like to dance. But if you and I were to have a first dance, what song would that be to?
Probably Englishman in New York by Sting. Because I just love that catchy hook, you know? I'm an alien, I'm an alien, you know. Sting, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, number 2?
Rule Britannia! Britannia!
Number 3?
Well, it didn't matter what song was playing, because I'd have you howling at the moon all night.
Okay.
Your third question, please. Third and final question.
Okay, well, I love kids, and it's my dream to one day have kids. If you and I were to have kids, what sort of life lessons would you want to teach them?
Well, obviously there's the whole grabbing onto someone's face. Then there's...
Carry on.
Well, then there's the whole inserting of that thing. And then there's the whole jumping out of John Hurt. I think if you can get that down and, you know, not get killed by Sigourney Weaver, you do.
That's really interesting.
I think so.
Contestant number 2, please. Number 3?
I think it's very important that we keep the kids, the cubs, tight in a pack. And if anyone attacks my kids, I'll rip their throat out.
Okay, alright, well we've come to the end of our game of blind date. Callum, would you please have a guess at which characteristic or which character these people were?
Well, I would have to say that number 1 is an alien. From the popular films, aliens. I would say that number 2 is either a Nazi or a football hooligan. So, And I'd say number 3 is probably a wolf / werewolf.
Alright, very good. Izzy was in fact a drill sergeant, but very nice. Out of interest, who would you pick if you had to...
Well, now that I know that she's a drill sergeant...
Question answered. Okay. Right.